No chance that worked first try. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. Naruto Uzumaki. I'm not seeing it. I'm also not seeing the live chat. That's not good. Live. Says we're live. Go there. Oh, you gotta verify it's me. What do you mean it's me? You kidding me? There could be people in the chat right now. I'd have no idea. Hold up, guys. Technical difficulties as per usual. Absurd. Absurd. This nonsense. What is Trump? Trump saying something right now? He's live with something. What's he spewing? What BS is he spewing? I don't know if I'm trying to watch that right now. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're live, I think. Yep, we're good. We're good. What up? Alright, we should be bowling now. Good morning, Doobie brother. What up? XRP girl. Yo, Boss Nova, opulence. Opulence, schmopulence. That's what's up. Alright. Yo, happy Friday. Is it a happy Friday? How low will we go, asks Anthony Colvin. Oh, Anthony. If only it was that simple. If only it was that simple. If you know, you know. Guys, be sure to hit the like button on the way in. Do me a solid. Do me a solid, please. I want to see the scene. You want to see the scene? Oh, the scenery. What you talking about? I got you. Hit that like button. Maybe I'll do another one. It's too cold today. I was just out there. Too cold. Low enough to buy more. Hey, whatever price you think it's going at, buying low, I guess it's kind of relative. Some people thought it was going to $100 at Christmas or New Year. My bad. Some people thought that. Some people think 10,000 by the end of the year. I don't know. That's not me. Try living in Canada, bro. I don't want to live in Canada. Spliff by the water. Oh, there's nothing better. There's nothing better, but it is a tad bit too cold today for my liking. Unfortunately. Living. You just got to keep living, man. Morning. Did I miss anyone? King was good, King. Afternoon from Wales. Yo, shout out Wales. Doobie brother, what up? Melissa. Morning from New Zealand. Yo, one of my favorite indie songs ever is named New Zealand. Solid fucking... Oh, I'm on top chat. Guys, you can also switch to live chat because it automatically puts it on top chat. And I don't know. Today isn't as bad as yesterday. It hasn't snowed yet. Yeah, I think we got some snow incoming. What sucks? Yo, Mr. Hollywood, what's up? What up? All right, let's hit the like button on the way in, guys. We'll wait another minute or two. Let people stroll in before I start running through the stories, dude. Some of them. Oh, it's so... Fridays like these suck. Fridays like these suck after continuous market hammer, manipulation, world stage, whatever you want to classify it as. It's Friday already. Everyone, they create the fucking matrix, dude, because at the beginning of the week and before that, they're like, oh, this is the greatest week ever in crypto history. But here I am sitting here, and I'm always saying they will not get this done. Like they will eventually, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, XRP girl. I'm from Oklahoma, too. Yo, Oklahoma has a ton of XRP girls. Is that what's going on? Yo, Zerp, what's good? Freezing my ass off outside in Ohio. Shout out Ohio fried chicken, bro. It's cold and windy. It is pretty fucking windy today. I will give you that. Shout out Oklahoma. What's there to do in Oklahoma? 26 in Indiana. Shout out Indiana. Hawkins, Indiana. Yo, people in that fan base are awful. Hey, Cass, love Oklahoma, but I fucking hate the wind. Davos is starting soon. Watch something will happen to the market after the conference. Well, yeah, I'm sure. Well, dude, it's Davos and then Ondo. And I have stories today showing. Well, I mean, I've been emphasizing. I'm like, Ondo is where it's happening. That's that. I'm not saying anything because I don't want to get hit with a Larry Fink laser beam and I just like drop dead somehow, and then people will never know. Ondo is BlackRock. Ondo is BlackRock. You know, I mean, it's all BlackRock at the end of the day, but that's BlackRock. You didn't hear that from me though. 20 and Fidelity, like they got tentacles in them from alliances that you don't even fucking know about. Good morning, Las Vegas. When you say that, are you calling me Las Vegas, or are you saying like, yo, Las Vegas, like you're from Las Vegas? Because I could never fathom living in Vegas. Unless you got Dana White type money where he just kind of loves that culture because he just gambles like a madman. He needs that adrenaline. Dude's betting like fucking more than 40,000 a hand in like baccarat and shit. His limits are crazy. Yeah, the northeast side of the state isn't as windy, but when I lived in Yukon, wind was literally insane. Not Yukon, bro. SHX has been rocking. People have been, Monero's apparently been popping too. And no one can really point to why. I don't know, more or less. What up, Oklahomians? Stillwater in the house. Yo, Stillwater? I don't even know where the fuck Stillwater. Where's that at? How much left upside in Monero? Anything that goes like really fast, you should be skeptical of. That's why like my brain can't grasp what's going on with silver, but yet again it's the fake price and then the real price to get your hands and touch the metal. It's two different worlds. They can't keep that together for much longer in my mind, and just kind of mathematically. But it's crazy. The digital assets will have their rip. It's fucking crazy. It's just, what is it actually going to be? It's probably just going to be some random Tuesday, you know? Every day. Insanely bullish news. Once again, I did not get an invitation to Davos. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you want to go to Davos, dude. They all seem kind of like weirdos up there. Cool, they got money, but what's money worth if you're not cool? You know, like if people, like, you're still a geek, but you got money. We need to donate to Mike so he can afford some curtains for the morning sun. I got the blinds, but I opened the blinds because I do want the sunlight in here. But it's okay. It's out of the zone now. Monero's up 225% in 1 year. XRP is down there. All right, well, I mean, we're looking at a year. Let's zoom out 3 years. Zoom out 3 years. XRP returns pretty good. It all depends. Yet again, you're not buying this shit and flipping it. Wait, if XRP Stacks is in here, we gotta wait. I gotta wait for him because I did want to ask him some questions about his silver options. I live in Ardmore. Monero's up. Canadian Prime Minister just said, I got clips of that. We're going to get into it, guys. You got to hit the like button. And that's it. I just want to wait for a couple more people to roll on in, and then we'll get going. But we're just vibing right now. Any news, guys? We're going to get to it. You know I'm here. Yo, crypto stacks. I've never traded options. I've ranted about this in videos before. People using leverage and all this shit. I just never got into it because, yet again, for my betterment, I probably shouldn't dabble in it. It's kind of like the limitless pill, dude. Like, you take it, you think it's just any drug, dude. You abuse it too much, anything. I don't know if I want to get introduced to that world, so I've kind of, but on the same hand, I'm like, no, if you got your long-term bag and then you got a bag to play with, I feel like we could fuck it up on some options, like how you're saying with silver and stuff. With how tapped in we are, I'm now at the point in my mind going, why the fuck don't I dabble in that? Well, because I know it's a casino at the end of the day, but I don't know. I feel like we could do some damage. Morning, Mike. Yo, what up, Shepard? I gotta understand how that side of it all works, because I truly have never dabbled in it, or participated rather. Read 2033, The Great Reset by yeah, there's tons of documents about that shit. Operation Lockstep. There's all sorts of crazy ones that point to things that have just happened. Oh, they just happened, even though they were documented down to the T a couple of years ago, and they're by the same people who are hurting us where we're going. Love the bro-like atmosphere, bruh. Yo, I appreciate that, Mud. I don't even know if that's like a slang word, so I'm not even going to say it. Earn your dopamine. I'll try to do that. October 10th is why leverage is for psychos. Because, it's just manipulated. End of the day. Dumped to 204. I ain't worried about it. It's annoying, but I'm not worried about it. Greetings, Malaysia. Yo, shout out Malaysia. A little busy at work today, so I'm just vibing listening, but I'll be happy to go over with you on X during my break. I'll send you a message today. Got busy yesterday, and no, I don't use margin. Okay, yeah, for sure. Do your thing. Options are easy. Most just get overwhelmed with all the info, but it's really easy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that was the other barrier. It just seems like a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, I'd rather just buy it, put it away, forget about it. That's yet again tried and true in this industry. That's the only way to beat it. Time. Same thing with any kind of investment. Time in it instead of trying to time it, because you're gonna get fucked. What up, Mike? Yeah, what up? Lionheart. They talk. Then back the bankers, pharmaceutical industry. If they're calling you something, it's probably what they're doing. In anything. In anything. XRP blue ballas. I'm dying. What do you mean? Blue balls? Hope you find the low and buy the dip. Yeah. Anytime you see red is a good time to buy in my mind. And Warren Buffett's. You buy when there's blood in the street. That really is the best. Do we all think it's going to be a slow climb due to the ETF supply shortage, or the banks switching from sandboxes over the real rails and rocket the price? I think I don't know about a slow climb, because we see the moves it can do. And if they're talking a super cycle, and this is lining up with Raoul Paul talking about the business cycle peaking and heating up, and they're telling you, and Donnie's going to get his guy, and if the Fed chair, whoever it is, they're going to listen to that. It's so many different. They have put off the tariff ruling. They have put off the Clarity Act. All these fucking catalysts, I feel like, are actually going to hit the point where it exceeds the expectations. I know it sounds like hopium, but yet we don't have legislation for the industry. I got clips. We ready, guys? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Help out the algorithm. We're going to hop into this shit. Trump is just talking about rural healthcare. All right, wake me up when he says XRP, bro. Money Mike, what it do? Yo, what up, Life with Mikey? Life with Mikey. Yo, that should be my name, dude. Money Mike. Moneymaker Mike, dude, from, oh, what the fuck? Froggy Fresh. Bought some Canton for shits and giggles, diversify the portfolio more. That's not a bad idea. I've been seeing a lot of bullish things regarding Canton. We got something I'm going to go over again, too, but I got to learn the market dynamics of the coin. And if the token actually is positioned to accrue value, like, does the token actually serve the purpose? I got to understand its whole operation more, because people are also saying it's the way it executes to create like the private transaction compared to XRP. I don't know. They're saying XRP still fits in the equation. I got other people saying that's not true. So you get two completely different sides of the argument, and I'm like, there's got to be some fucking middle ground maybe. So then it's never easy with these new types of things. But you know my thoughts already, the way it kind of showed up with the VC backing just out of nowhere. That could signal that's something to get involved in, because it's like, well, that's the big guys right there. But yet again, I got to understand how the tokenomics work on it. Well, you'll be Money Mike once you're baking on options. Make money either way if the markets go up or down. That's true. It's a cup and handle. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. Canton, yeah, the reason I haven't snagged any of that either is because it's not on any of like my normal exchanges, any of the ones I use or some shit. Yo, let's go. That store around the corner. Dude, these names are crazy. the store around the corner. Oh man. I like your channel because you don't talk shit. Well, I definitely talk shit, but I definitely talk some smack. You don't use Kraken or Uphold? No. No, that's why I asked the other day what would be a better bet for me, Gemini or Kraken. And it kind of seemed overwhelmingly you guys said Kraken. But Gemini has the XRP card. I would like to get something that would give another option. But then I think, and yeah, people are going to go, oh, but Uphold, what's it called? They got like that crazy good XRP card, whether it's a credit card, debit card, whatever it is. And you can direct deposit in it. But apparently that kind of sweet factor of the card ends relatively soon. So, I don't know. Do I want to hop in that for like, I don't know, get a month? I want something long term. I use Kraken as well, but I would like to have the XRP credit card. Yeah, Kraken. Yeah, everyone's saying Kraken. Why though? Why? XRP is about to drop her panties before the glow up. I don't know, Johnny. Knockout music. I guess it could. Low fees. So then, how are they making money other ways? How are they making money other ways? Uphold's awesome yield for days and great UI. A great UI is huge for me. That is huge. Coinbase and Coinbase One is cheap to no fees. Coinbase's fees are a little absurd. Coinbase's fees are a little asinine in my opinion. Coinbase, we dropping low to 188. I mean, the 188 seems to be the area. That's where we were sitting for a while before that shoot up to 240. Uphold for the XRP rewards. They stopped giving XRP, now instead give random stable coins or other crypto. I just swap it. Yeah, as long as it has, I guess has a swap option, then maybe. They're trying to force Fupa coin as a reward on you, and you gotta swap it. It's coffee time. Morning, Mikey. I would actually like coffee. I got a Celsius, but it doesn't hit the same in the morning like coffee, especially when it's fucking freezing out. It's a different energy. I wish it was coffee time. I think, yeah, I don't think the milk's good. I think the milk's fucked. Bought some XRPN. I don't even know what that is. I don't think. Escaping a free state. So sick of tyrants in Northeast. Shout out the Northeast. Fupa coin. Yeah, Fupa coin. Not to be confused. Never mind. We dropping quick, boys. Yo, guys, stop panicking. Stop panicking. Panicking Anakin. About to sell my EBT to buy some XRP in this dip. I like where your head's at, Johnny. You got to do it for Johnny, man. Oh, XRP and Evernorth. Oh, I want to buy some of that. Wait, you said you bought some? Where'd you say that? Where did I read that? Fupa coin? No, not Fupa coin. Coinbase One. I do same crypto stacks. In the process of getting home, ready for sale, using XRP Genesis card almost daily. Lucky timing. Charged almost 30K on it so far. Free XRP. Pay it off each month. Damn, dude, I gotta get on this. I do want to buy some Evernorth. That's one thing I do want to buy on, because they're participating in the fucking ecosystem, bro. Like, yet again, they're like, no, we're going to be in this. We're going to be actively helping the best way we can, participating in the ecosystem. And fucking Michael Saylor sitting over there. He's freaking out to that poor kid. Poor kid was just like, hey, how are you making money? He's like, oh, that's freaking out on the kid. Been looking into Evernorth too. I want it. I want that because, dude, when the XRP price, what do we think is happening to that XRP price if we had to guess? By 2030, because 2030 is their timeline, even though it seems slightly delayed, but 2030 is their timeline. What do we think? Do we think XRP is alive by 2030? What do we think happens by 2030? Because in my mind, I think this thing will be higher at the minimum. 2030, we see the fucking, how it's laid out right now, the way of the land. Just guessing, I would guess it's pretty higher. That's just my guess. What the fuck do I know? It could be $0 by 2030. Just the way they're looking right now and the people they got in their corner and the way of the land they are set up. I don't fucking know. That's just me. I don't know. So, when you look at Evernorth and they're aiding in that, and their sole fucking thing is accumulating XRP, I assume that company's going to be worth a lot in time. So that's why I definitely want to add a ton of that too to my portfolio, big time. And then it's interesting seeing this go around simultaneously that Michael Saylor is showing his face up again. It seems like now the media is slowly getting it out there, like the good treasury companies from the bad ones. And Saylor's been going through all this shit, keeping it under MNAV. Maybe Saylor does live. Maybe they do, yet again, I assume they will juice the Bitcoin price. So maybe he gets out of this, but I'm seeing the dynamics now a little bit more. So if they start showing more of Saylor and start promoting this more kind of mainstream media outlets, yeah. I use my Coinbase card every day, earn an XLM. Yeah, it's just, dude, they fucked you. It used to be 4%, now it's 1%. Now it's 1%. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, 1%. There's got to be better. And meanwhile, they're fighting in Congress. No, we want to give you... We're fighting for you, the people. We're fighting for you, the people. We should be able to give you more percent. And they're fucking their card. That's a little crazy. For fucking XL, like, oh man. They're just, I don't trust them. Yeah, it is better than nothing, but I don't trust them. After seeing that thing we came across yesterday, that was them being in bed with JP. We figure everyone's in bed with JP, but that almost seemed like a fucking, yet again, world of stage type thing where they got the orders from the Mac Daddy to pull support. There's an argument this silver guy I follow, he's making. Let me see. What was the argument he was making? I thought it was interesting. Yeah, he's basically saying, oh, Brian Armstrong's pulling a bitch fit like this and everything because he just wants to be a bank, which no shit, he wants to be a bank. But his whole thing is like, oh, it's centralized custody, parked capital, all this. But let me see. It was decentralization. Yes, it's harder today, but real projects are already building that future compliant DeFi self-custody part. Okay, we don't need my... Yeah, he basically is just like, oh, fuck these guys. They're a masked bank. This is not true DeFi, all this shit. I think this is just, yeah, it's the next iteration of it. I thought we were all kind of on the same page with that a little bit. But look, are you kidding me? The Super Bowl of tokenization. In 19 days, Wall Street, Washington, and Web3 converge at the Ondo Summit. Streaming live on X February 3rd. We will be tapped into that. This is literally a week after Davos. Maybe it's a coincidence. All the familiar faces of people who have brushed shoulders, who are partners with Ripple, XRP, and other ones are just main shebang is kind of looking at XRP. BlackRock. We go down the web of all the companies they own and have investment in. These guys have brushed shoulders time and time again. Larry Fink, you don't think Larry Fink's paying attention to the fucking third largest market cap crypto? You don't think so? You don't think so? I don't know. Maybe you're delusional. I got no clue. Goldman, JP, so yeah, I mean Swift, Fidelity, people who are even at fucking Ripple Swell. BNY, I mean, we know they're just partners straight up. BNY, fucking crazy. Bank of America's coming out not really supporting the yield on stablecoin effort either. Citi, all these guys are at the table now. It's insane. I think back to 2018 and 17, like early, and just that people will like, no, this technology is this, so the banks will eventually, they will not be able to beat them, so they will join them. And we're at this point. We're at this point, and the fucking, this is the year of the products going live. Ripple just, even 2025, last year, they were just building this product stack. The product stack is here now. They just acquired the licenses in the EU. 2 of them, the Luxembourg and then the UK one. These motherfuckers are getting ready to, like, operate. G-Treasury. JP's using G-Treasury. I mean, what the fuck? What do we think we're doing? PayPal's getting in heavy. YouTube having the potential creator payouts with PayPal stablecoin. That's like those instances. Like if you use Patreon, there's this fee, payment fee. Like there's just a bunch of unnecessary money, which of course they love because they make money. But at the same time, it's like to send money from your fucking Venmo to your bank account, those actual consumer applications, which is what we think XLM is kind of more catered to, working with Visa and MasterCard. Who knows who the final winner in that, not final winner, but one of the winners in that ecosystem, because remember they formed basically the Council of Ricks. It was XLM and then another group of the other kind of top ones we also think have the general okay, and they formed some like interoperability council. I gotta start keeping a fucking like notebook or Word document. I gotta, you know what I gotta make? I gotta make one of those webs, like Cashewnate, whatever his name is. He has this fucking ISO 200. I mean, it's just the Fed wire system. They're going for the OCC. Well, they got the conditional OCC approval. Like, these motherfuckers are gonna become a bank. They're gonna become a bank. They're gonna be able to tap the Fed. What do we think's going on? What do we think is going on? Nothing. Nothing's going on. Nothing. Scam. They all do it. Scam. It's a scam. I don't know. Yet again, I think the whole system is a scam. There's kind of one entity at the top that kind of controls the scam. We know when the scam kind of started. So, I don't know. Back the truck up if we go below $2. 100%. 100%. Price manipulation at its worst. It's all price manipulation, especially a fucking total market size of $3 trillion. Yeah, they can move that. That's peanuts. You kidding me? They can move that like it's nothing. They can do whatever they want to it. They have been. They absolutely have been. Oh, Larry Fink. What is wrong with you, Larry? Larry, come home. He had a wife. It won't go below 2, brother. Cut in 3 hours when it's below 2. If that. Oh my god, dude. Oh, Patrick, yeah, this is who we need to hear from. Oh, lost in yesterday's disappointing postponement news is the fact that Senate Bank and Democrats were prepared to vote unanimously against a bipartisan bill that included so many concessions to them that it ultimately cost industry support. Bad faith. This is all fucked. This is all fucked, bro. But yet again, there's the... They do need this to pass before I think things truly take off. But on the same hand, companies yet again like Ripple and fucking Coinbase and everything, the way they're operating, you know, it's not like they're not operating, but like they have the legal clarity and everything. So the argument when people say XRP doesn't need the Clarity Act, I understand both sides of it. We're at 203 now, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think we're going, yeah, theater. That's, and it just, this all coordinates with them strong arming Jerome now. You know, fucking going after him. They're trying to find him or something for lying to Congress. Hopping on the Zoom. I'll get back after if y'all are still here. Yo, peace out, Cass. It will absolutely go below 2 if the government shuts down again. If the government shuts down again, eh? Is that what you said? Oh, I don't have it. Where is it? Congress has only 14 days left to pass funding bills before the deadline. 65% chance of another government shutdown this year, according to Kalshi. Okay, that's according to Kalshi, but yet again, we've been saying just most likely it seems like they have to take advantage of that again for whatever, to do whatever catalyst they think in this domino game, they're sitting around chessboarding. I don't know. Why would the gov shut down? Spending bill, same bullshit, because they didn't actually like come to a resolution last time. They just yet again kicked it down the road, more or less. So here we are again. That's what I mean. The tariff ruling, the Clarity Act, there are so many things politically in the hands of these people that they control it, you know. I don't understand how companies can use XRP without laws protecting them from a capital gains tax. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of implications regarding that, which is, yet again, I don't know. I think just a blanket statement. Yeah, I don't know. Hit the like button on your way in. Information needs to be pushed out by the algorithm. Appreciate that, Drac. 2 to 5, it really won't matter when it's all said and done. Yeah, I know. But... you know, oh no. Don't tell me. Don't.
342 billion in the last quarter.
Don't. Do you know whose voice that is? Someone knows whose voice that is.
We had our best year ever, 700 billion in net flows, 342 billion in the last quarter. I think it's. I think what you're seeing in every industry, in every economy, we're starting to see more and more K economies. I think the scale operator is winning more share of wallet in our case. The growth that we saw in Latin America, in Asia, in the Middle East was extensive. No firm has the combination of public markets, now private markets, investment technology. So we're able to provide a whole portfolio, a complete relationship. We had our best year ever, 700.
They own it all. It's so scary. Oh my God. Man, what kind of truck? We're watching a movie. I mean, they do the predictive program and shit in some things, you know? It is to a certain extent shoving it in your face. I mean, this isn't really an update. We know about this. XRP leads South Korea in 2025 trading volume with over $1 trillion processed on Upbit. We know that any time of those spikes we would get in price movement, you could see the kind of the charts. And yet again, yeah, they were always leading that volume. And that was just, yet again, that was just them. For some reason, that I think back in 2017 or whatever, when it hit its all-time high, it was as a result to, yet again, the South Korean exchanges, just these weird giant inflows of just activity. They'll just heat up. So whether that's institutions or people buying it, I don't know, but I guess it'd be people because they'd be buying off public exchanges up at public. I don't know. So many questions, so little time. So we're getting into the Prime Minister Carney. I think they got is he WEF? I know the guy before him. I think the guy before him was WEF. I know Justin Trudeau was WEF. So is he? So don't focus. Prime Minister Carney says Canada's partnership with China sets us up well for the New World Order.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the New World Order.
Whoa. Whoa. He is WEF. That makes it even scarier.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the New World Order.
Whoa, he even says it like a supervillain. Yeah, I don't know much about this guy. I just guessed WEF because, I mean, if they got Trudeau in and he was WEF, that was back when Schwab was even out bragging that, oh, we penetrate the cabinets and then we get them to dance like a monkey for us. I mean, we put our people in place. So, I mean, if they got Trudeau in, that shit's compromised to whatever extent. I think that's even the case over in the UK, no? What's Starmer? What is he? He's the Prime Minister of what? Starmer. Keir Starmer, what's his name? He's I mean, just what's going on over there is kind of fucking crazy, dude. I don't know. That's why I want to leave Canada. Yeah, no, I would too. Carney was with WEF, climate finance. Really? That's crazy. UK. We have to value. All these countries didn't put a banker in power for nothing. Yeah, did you see who Donnie is potentially questioning now as to be the new Fed chair? I think it's the CIO of BlackRock, someone from BlackRock. So we penetrate the cabinets. They're gonna penetrate the fucking Fed. If I had to guess, I'd put my money more on the BlackRock guy because it's been Kevin Hassett, who was the Coinbase guy. It's changed like 2 or 3, 4, 5 more times. He's got everyone wondering. One of the guys already in the Fed he was talking to, maybe just making him, since he's already in there, it would just be easier. You know how things work. But reptiles and suits, that's what it seems like. Upbit glitched XRP to 100 for a second. When glitches come, riches. Yeah, right. I wish, though. England is jacked up. If XRP moves, I'm moving away from the UK. It's a boiling pot. No, man. Not the UK, bro. Everywhere is. I mean, these guys got that. It's not a coincidence all these things go to shit when it's seeming more and more like all these guys are just WEF. They're not. They are the one world government. It's insane. You gotta be careful talking about this stuff. You really do. It's actually crazy. Like, I see them fuck with people's accounts on X and shit all the time. And X, oh, we're decentralized, whatever. And they speak a little too close to the truth, and all of a sudden weird things just start happening to the account. One of the guys from Black Swan Capital, he's been on the show a few times, And I've seen it happen to him. I forget his name though. Yeah, the WEF are in control. I mean, they actively brag about it, you know. There's no explanation why these guys would actively ruin the world just for a few bucks. Has to be satanic agenda. That goes to the deeper thing of, yeah. I mean, what do you do? Where does your mind go? What do you, if all the, because yet again, they fuck up history and they don't teach you like actual history. I'm not saying I'm a historian by any means, but there's so much stuff. You kid, like, it's just the knowledge. I think it comes down to the knowledge. We need Trump to be a one world president. Silver correction today. Yeah, it corrected the other day. It's back down to 88. Then it shot back up to 92, 93 maybe. And then, yeah, now we're back down again. I mean, it's Friday. It's never going to. I think they can only keep it down for so long. You know, I don't see how, yet again, if we're looking at a 2030 time horizon, I don't see how silver doesn't still go up and to the right, you know, on that time frame. These guys can try all they want, but yet again, they don't have the fucking metal. I've noticed that any person connected to Bohemian Grove uses the term New World Order. There's tons of secret societies, different subdivisions of them. I mean, it's, yeah, of course you're going to get, what do you, whatever happened to the Big E? Whatever happened to the Big E files? That was the biggest thing a week ago. Then everyone fucking kind of just, all right, move on. And then that's it. It's, what do we think's going on with that? That's an offshoot, most likely dabbling in New World Order type agenda. There's different factions of these evil fucking, whatever you want to call them, Satanists, any sort of that type of shit. The silver. X is down, hit by a massive outage. X is down. Yo, come on, that's my news. It was that, oh. Damn. So Prime Minister Carney says partnership. Oh, that's the same clip. What do we got? CME plans to move crypto futures and options to 24/7 on-screen trading. All right, we knew that was inevitable. Guys, they're still trying to put the fucking stock market on chain. You kidding me? I mean, we're so fucking early. It's insane. What is Brad?
Clarity is always better than chaos, and the industry needs clarity. Perfection, I think, in my experience, is the market structure bill that's pending in the banking committee, is it perfect? No, certainly not. But is it better than nothing? Absolutely.
I don't know about that, though, but I do think Coinbase is up to something.
And I think we need to continue to work constructively with Washington to get,
it does look a little AI.
Iterate what is already sitting in front of the banking committee to make it better, but we shouldn't give up now. We are so close.
It does seem a little AI, and I did notice that. What is this? Highly curated digital asset and blockchain conference. Yeah, there is some conference going on, so I think it could be from that. Interesting. What is it? Wait, what is this? Highly curated. Oh, it's a Swiss conference. Oh, yeah, well, I guess you would be there when Davos is rolling up. That makes sense. Might as well get there early and start getting shit done. I mean, yeah, I don't agree necessarily if the bill does fuck up a lot of things. And I wouldn't push that forward. So it does make me question their motives, you know. But I think they just want to get this party started. But on the same hand, I don't know. There's too many fucking players in this thing. Close. So Jake, in response to CoinDesk, London Stock Exchange Group launches digital settlement house using blockchain tech to enable faster 24/7 settlement between payment networks. And he goes, I wonder what they're using. The Canton Network. Did you not read at least one of the many announcements and or the articles? And she's right. I don't know what the fuck he's alluding to. I don't know what is going on. Okay. Shout out Canton, though. They're making fucking moves, man. God, this motherfucker is Lex Luthor, dude. I don't trust him. He gives me he looks like an offshoot clone of Zuckerberg, and they just made this one bald and just figured you wouldn't notice. They seem like from the same, if we're talking lizard people, I don't know, him and Zuck seem like they're in fucking cahoots. Franklin Templeton, they're all in on digital assets now. I mean, are you kidding me? This is another offshoot of Zuck.
Our base case is that 2026 is going to be an up year. I think the things that give me confidence in that view, and the things that I'll be looking for to see how they play out, is continued momentum on the regulatory side. We had Genius Act, right? As an industry, we're still waiting on Clarity Act or the market structure bill. So seeing progress there, especially bipartisan support, and that eventually coming to fruition, that's something we're keenly focused on. And then I think another thing that's continues to really improve and be different this time around is the institutionalization of the asset class. So, just this week, we heard about another bank, kind of onboarding Bitcoin, PNC. And so when we look at the full list, right, it's more and more, wirehouses and banks, and asset management firms embracing, this new asset class, allowing access to this new asset class. And so, as those doors open up and as more people come through them, even with small allocations, right? Small allocations from, big numbers really does move the needle here.
Adds up quick in a $3 trillion total market cap fucking asset class. They haven't even started allocating more of their portfolios yet. You don't think they're going to do that? Tokenization. Larry Fink, that's the name of the game. $270 trillion opportunity. It's probably more. Fucking that's the big kahuna. That's the big kahuna. Anything tapping that market, oh, you're bound to make some money. Justin Goldman Sachs says it's spending a lot of time on crypto, tokenization, and stablecoins. Yeah, we know. Thanks for telling us. I think this take misses what the Clarity Act is actually trying to change. This isn't banks banning competition because they're scared of stablecoin yield. It's about stopping idle yield models that recreate banking under a new logo. Section 404 doesn't ban yield. It bans yield for doing nothing. Big difference. What's still allowed explicitly: lending, borrowing, liquidity provision, payments, network participation. In other words, capital in motion, not capital parked. The model being targeted isn't DeFi beating banks. It's centralized platforms, banks and exchanges, paying users a small percent while rehypothecating massive pools of idle capital behind the scenes. That's not innovation. That's the same middleman model concept crypto was supposed to replace. Also missing from this thread, many community banks and credit unions actually support this shift. They've been building compliant DeFi rails where members can participate directly instead of just parking deposits. That's not protectionism, that's evolution. Okay. China. Oh yeah, this comes down to China paying interest on a CBDC doesn't prove freedom. It proves programmable control. Crypto doesn't win by copying banks or states. It wins by letting users be the bank. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's just like pro DeFi. Because yet again, this is the same guy who's like, fuck Coinbase. They're just the next iteration of a bank. Screw these guys. That's what he's saying. Echo X. He's a silver guy. If he's even real. You got to question if some of these people are even real anymore. I wanted to check this out.
I tell him what a gratis vendor is.
Yeah.
Yeah, look into this guy. Lutnick. You didn't hear that from
because
me.
Because I was not going to go into the government. I was doing transition.
What is a gratis vendor?
A gratis vendor is an approved vendor for the United States of America that gives product to the government, doesn't sell it.
Okay.
So therefore, I don't have to go through the whole process of becoming a proper vendor because you're giving it to us. And then if you give it to Article 2, which is the president's stuff, then the president can accept it, right? Because it's give.
Sorry, Howard, what's an example of this? Like just to make
I write some software.
You write some software.
I write some software for the Commerce Department to do a better job of XYZ. You just give it to me. And then I do QA on it, and I can take it. If you sell it to me for $1, we go into government hell.
Right, the whole rigmarole.
Right, but if you give it to me, right, and then I set up, so I said, I'm calling it Doge. And I registered the name Doge.
You said that.
Interesting. Okay. Pre-allocation there. So he's saying something about the XRP escrow. He's tying this in somehow. What's he saying though? Where the fuck is his tweet? Remember these words. Ripple wouldn't sell XRP to the government. They'd deliver it as code. Are you what? That's not what he said. Is this guy fucking all right? Is he? Oh, actually, I've seen his stupid face before. This guy sucks if this is the guy. See, is he even real? John Squire, the crypto Squire. Is this a real fucking person? What is he saying? Sejul, bro, what's he saying? Brian Armstrong explains why he pulled support. Yeah, okay. What? And protocols like XRP. Yeah, I think this guy might be a little bit off his rocker, but you didn't hear that from me. If this is even a fucking real guy. Okay, so what is he saying about the escrow, though? Pre-allocation can be gifted. Price is simply what someone is willing to pay. In many cases, it's cheaper, faster, and more tax efficient to show less income than to realize more. Sometimes the goal of saving is achieved through gifting, not selling. Maybe we pay off our $35 trillion debt with crypto. Who knows? It's possible. Trump said all that. I remember him always just floating the idea around of a crypto check. Showing the exit. Okay, cool. Show me the exit. I don't want to listen to him. There's no way I want to listen to him. Banks are mad because they'll have to borrow at the Fed window. Basically, we get screwed. We get screwed as per usual, basically at the end of the day. All right, let me see. You try to stay in the loop. That's all you can do, bro. Like, I'm not even in the loop. No one's fully in the loop with how much goes on. You kind of have to, like, narrow. I mean, it's good to have a broad knowledge set. I mean, no doubt. It's just, there's only so much you can try to pay attention to, and with how complex all this is, I don't know, narrow the focus, I guess. I had a bald phase growing out my mane now. Yeah, me too. Trying. I'm in university class right now, lol, so I will just drop my question. What are your thoughts on the deal between China and Canada? Will it have any impact on XRP? Well, I don't know the full deal of what's going on with that deal. Maybe some, I don't know. But yeah, maybe better trade relations or something. I don't think that's gonna fly over too well with Donnie. You know? Unless it does. I mean, because I don't know, they can do what they want, but I don't know if Donnie's gonna be liking that too much. Canada is China. Yeah, I mean, they're all the same. I think we hit about $10 plus by the end of the year. That seems the reason. That I would say at least 5. 5 would be my safe bet. I could see $5 within the year. I don't think this whole year is down, but even if it takes all the way back to Thanksgiving of this year coming up, all we can do is sit around anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Canada's China. Low key, man, you sort of remind me of Asmongold, the cleaner version. Oh no, dude, the Roach, the Roach King. Dude, that clip was hilarious. The Roach is flying around. He's like, oh shit, it's on him. Oh man. Money Mike I definitely could outbench Asmongold, but I'm not strong by any means. But I think I could definitely outbench Asmongold if we had to try. Jake equals a clown. Oh shit, bro. The fucking Roach. That clip's tremendous. Tremendous clip. It's super easy to figure out. You just have to find out next time the Titanic is set sail and see who passengers are. That's true. The people on there, you said they were opposing central banks. I have to look into that more, but you go missing if you're not for that, and you go missing if you tattletale any capacity on anti-gravity technology. And any of that shit, these people disappear off the fucking planet. Time to change the channel name. Money Mike, Moneymaker Mike, dude. That's MMM, Triple M. I think XRP will take the liquidity above $6 and then come back down. I mean, whenever it goes up, it's going to come down for a while, you know. It's never going to be a straight vertical. We're seeing it with silver. Goes up. Oh, new all-time high. Oh, and then we're back down. Oh, and then new all-time high, like by dollars. And then it just keeps going, in my mind. Zach going to Jake's dinner. How do you know this? Are you Zach himself? How do you know this? Moneymaker Mac. Froggy Fresh. JP Morgan financed the Titanic, so I think he had a lot to do with it sinking. That's the conspiracy theory you guys have definitely been floating around lately. But I haven't confirmed it, so I can't speak on it. I wish they would film that dinner convo. Yeah, they're going to fucking Burger King, bro. You kidding me? I don't know why, but today's especially painful seeing XRP at 203. It happens. Nothing you can do. There's nothing you could do except buy more if you want to buy more. But you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, Ripple investing in LMAX. It's just, it's so much. Black Swan Capital is Versan. Regulatory ambiguity around Ripple XRP has clearly been weaponized to allow insiders to consolidate before clarity arrives. It has become very clear that regulation will arrive after consolidate. I mean, anyone could have told you that, Versan. I mean, Versan, all right, yeah, no, Versan's a smart dude, but anyone could have told you that. The big guys get their cut first in anything. You don't think about the fucking literal greatest wealth transfer of all time? All the money is coming to this asset class is just going to swallow everything else. Absolute clown show. He's 100% surely not trying to get money from us. Next couple of months are going to be euphoric. Watch. I got people telling me about the recent bearable guy when he's on the moon. They're saying that alluded to things popping off in March. I don't know what's in March. Maybe they said bagpipe day or something because Brad had the bagpipes. Anyone who's not in the know of the bearable guy stuff is probably like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Bagpipe day. That's all you gotta keep an eye on. Imagine if it ever did fucking correlate with bagpipe day. That would be the definitive proof. Can't have a curious without a carny. March XRP runs out. According to who? Dropping deuces on ya. How do you know that? Been in 10 year? What the fuck, dude? Dropping a deuce on ya. Oh, man. Oh, Michael Saylor shitting standing up, dude. Getting it over his hamstrings. I would never pay an influencer for his advice. I was going to start charging $50 to give out advice. Bagpipes and beer and the picture makes me think of St. Patrick's Day. Could be. Knowledge. He's knowledge, he says. You just got the knowledge. No, did the fucking stream die? Why are we lagging? Oh man, dropping deuces on you. Knowledge, he says. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Dropping deuces. Dude, this internet is fucking crazy. Power. Oh man, just thinking today, Junior. What? St. Patty's Day is when this is going down, is what you're telling me? Oh man, Sailor crashing out on that podcast host is beyond hilarious. I couldn't even finish the whole thing. There's no way I could watch an hour long of a Sailor like just ranting. He sounds like there's like a fucking old puppet show. He sounds like one of the puppets on it. I'll gladly tip for a solid personality though. Look out for the leprechauns. Says Ben24 jamming. Guys, hit the like button. Do me a solid. Just thinking today, Junior, bagpipes and beer. Yeah, those little purple dots in the gift might be baddies. Baddies grow in April. That's kind of a stretch. If I had to guess what those two were, I would. It seemed most likely the two balls dropping on New Year's, even though the other one didn't really drop. That seemed like the best theory for what it was so far. Unless it literally is some random troll, and he's like, I'm just gonna put two random fucking purple dots there just to fuck with people. That's still yo, Crypto Stacks. Money Mike with the 2 super chat. Yo, I appreciate that. Absolute goat. Oh, man, I miss calling you XRP Stacks, though. It should be like your evil twin. Paper Money Day and National Bagpipe Day is March 10th. Until then, we keep chiseling silver prices. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Because I saw something that said that if that's true, National Bagpipe Day is March 10th on Paper Money Day. Dude, if that's fucking true, that's what that is. That's what that... Let me... Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. This is insane. I'm looking it up right now. Hold up. Just locked in on that question. What? Dude, what? This is not fucking true. There's no way. That, like, well, I mean, anyone with Google could have used that, but I guess the bigger thing to be in disbelief about is if we approach this date, you know, and the price is moving, then that's weird. But yeah. So, oh, you guys are right. That's what that signifies in the fucking in the picture. But I love this picture. This picture is awesome. So they're saying whatever the picture's saying. Yo, Drac XRP with the 10 super chat. Hit the like button. Mike always bringing the heat. Yo, I appreciate that. I seen that. Appreciate that, my guy. Which Leprechaun movie's the best? I never seen them. I do want to see them. And National Ranch Day. We have to keep chiseling silver prices up. The silver price, in my mind, is just going to keep chiseling up. Okay, so we know, so he is, so National Paper Money Day. Is that what these are, though? Because when we looked, it kind of just seemed like a book. Or is that the paper and these are the books? Oh, maybe that is cash. So National Paper Money Day and Bagpipe Day is the day we accept the peace offering and we declare the flag. Dude, this would be crazy if I'm on March. I bet there is a 589 number in those movies somewhere. There absolutely could be. No, is the fucking stream dying? Damn it. Turbulence. Turbulence, hold up. Turbulence in the Wi-Fi. Let me get a 1 in the chat if we're good real quick. Por favor. I've been seeing a lot of shorts on that movie. The suitcases are the other crypto, chosen cryptos. You think so? Tails in the hood. Tails in the hood. Of course, the Leprechaun. Little glitch still vibing though. Okay, cool. Because I don't know in real time. I just see like it. I see the bar. The bar goes red. I think those things are the Clarity Act coming into play. You think? I don't know. That right side of that picture, that I think that kind of solidifies it for me. Back in Bagpipe Day and Paper Money Day. That seems that. So that's the day. So, he plants the flag on that day. So what does that look like in terms of real world's catalyst? Like, do we get a crazy announcement that coincides with that? That'd be fucking crazy. Because we want to get this. Oh, damn. Thoughts on if you store RLUSD, it has to be on ETH? Well, I don't know about that. I think the books are invisible ledgers and signifying the new crypto system replacing the old system. Yeah, I've heard some theories about that too. Interesting times, man. Interesting times. That's the best one. That's Game of Thrones. That's the best one. That's sick. Oh, the paper books. Paper Money Day. Shout out to Paper Money Day on Ledger Wallet. Oh, I don't know. March 15th, I think, right? March 10th, I think is what it said. I think Bearable Guy likes reading green, translucent books, to be honest. That's not a bad guess at this moment in time. I'll tell you that. I think the books are clear regulations. Could be. That's not a bad guess. That's not a bad guess. One sec. It begins. Dude, actually, fuck this guy. I'm not gonna. No, I don't like. What's his name? Polte? He's like the mortgage guy, something like that.
Am bearish.
Oh my god, why are you screaming, bro?
Would you change your position right now for 2026? Would you be bearish or bullish right now?
Well, it depends on the asset. If we're talking about Bitcoin, we'll start there. I am bearish on Bitcoin for this year. I do believe that October 6th was the absolute peak of this particular cycle for Bitcoin. And we're now in the bear leg of the cycle. And, we discussed this before, several reasons why Bitcoin has kind of, been pretty flat this year.
Yeah.
But my expectation is, Bitcoin dropped 30% from October 6th. And I expect another 20 to 30% down from here over the next 6 to 9 months until we hit another trough. And then we're, back into the next cycle and back into a bull market. I don't expect to see a new all-time high in Bitcoin in 2026.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that.
All right.
Now, most cryptocurrencies are going to follow Bitcoin, right? But I do believe there's a divergence happening. And the theme of 2026 is going to be building. And it's going to be primarily tokenization of real-world assets, including stable coins. And any protocol that is heavily involved in this, and that does include XRP Ledger, or anything that's building real world applications,
The ones that do
for
things.
this technology, which also include Hedera. I believe that those two assets are going to diverge from Bitcoin in this cycle.
Let's
Now,
hope.
does that mean that they're going to go up triple, quadruple in 2026? Probably not. I'm expecting low double-digit growth in price in 2026 for the handful of crypto assets that fall outside of Bitcoin and all of its followers. But I do expect to see probably positive returns, if not flat, while Bitcoin's down 30%.
Interesting take. Interesting take. I think I saw that before, but it's always good to refresh. Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel even if it's at the end of this year, which usually, well, actually that's not true because we saw XRP run into July or August, whenever that was, with the lawsuit ending. I assume that was the big I don't know, man. That was just, it's all so fucking coordinated. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. Yeah, I only care about the George Lucas era. Yeah, you're talking about Star Wars. Disney absolutely ruined Star Wars for me. Dude, they ruined fucking everything. You look at who owns them and you understand what happened to the company. Literally. Fucking ABC. All right, who's above ABC? Who actually owns them all the way down the chain of command? And everything is just fucking is awful. How's the smartest guy in the world's prediction coming along? Dude, he's a fucking idiot, that guy. I think it's AI or someone just like having a hoot and a holler. I don't think he's real. Rainbow. Little hats. I don't know. I only care about Leia in the gold bikini, man. You dirty dog. You dirty dog, crypto stacks. Insane. Dude, what they did to Marvel is like, I didn't like Star Wars nearly as much as I did Marvel, even as a kid, the whole way through. I was more superheroes and shit, but I liked Star Wars a fair amount, but I just always liked like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. So what they just have done with kind of just movies as a whole are kind of just aids now. At least because like a Netflix and shit, all the money's just dispersed out into just slop everywhere instead of trying to make something good, which I don't understand with how all the money in the world they just throw around and waste. Maybe they just want the tax write-offs. How the fuck could you have that much money and not just put together a fucking banger movie? It's insane. Like these fucking guys who just dropped the ball on season 5 of Stranger Things, they had like fucking 3 years since season 4. All right, if you know you're gonna wrap it up, they're out there filming. They're like, oh, we don't even have the last episode written yet. Like, what were these guys doing for 3 years? What the fuck are you doing? Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the best. The theme song alone. Oh, the theme song is iconic. The OG Toby, 100%. They're trying to get his ass back for Doomsday or Secret Wars, 100%. And you know what? I'll go watch it. I'll absolutely go watch it. People say it's like nostalgia baiting, which that's kind of what I thought of when they picked Doom in the beginning anyway and shit, but I don't know. At the same time, it's like we got the characters. Like we want an Ultimate Alliance type movie. They could still do it while the actors are still alive, so I'm kind of there for it. Now it's grown on me. Because yet again, it's just all dog shit now. I don't really have the stakes in it as much anymore. So if I go see it and I get to see some of the heroes I like fucking beat each other up again, whatever. It'll get a pass from me. Because like even the last Fantastic Four movie, it was alright. I don't really care. I will actually go and watch it if they just have Maguire in it. Marvel is ass though. Oh, it's very ass. They're gunning for that reboot, but I think they're gonna get a hard smack in the face yet again. Because they're bringing everyone back again for the last time. You can only do that so many times. At the end of the day, people kind of, unfortunately or fortunately, only care about certain characters, so that there's just some at the end of the day you're not going to be able to push on people and continue to make the money that you could be making. I haven't seen Invincible. I know people love it. The voice acting, because I think I watched like the first episode, because it's Glenn from Walking Dead and JK. So the voice acting I love. I can't I mean, I watch Smile and Friends, but that's like a brain rot show. It's only 10 minutes, and I find it funny. I don't know. There's something about cartoons I can't really watch anymore. XRP for life. And I wanted the guy who played Rorschach in The Watchmen to play Carnage versus Toby. I've never seen Watchmen. I know, gasp. Oh my god. I never seen it. That's the one I definitely always wanted to see. Yeah, I wanted Toby's Spider-Man to fight a Carnage so fucking bad. So bad. And when I was a kid and I saw Spider-Man 3, I liked it. I didn't think it was dog shit when I was a kid. I thought it was fun. And I still think it's fun to today. Yeah, it's not as strong nearly as 2. 2's kind of like the perfect movie. But all right, you have a mishap in 3. All right, give him 4. He would have made up for it on 4. They had like the early development scripts for it of like him fighting Vulture and shit. That's it. You just keep making movies, you know? You try, you learn. There has to be a Spider-Man movie every 3 to 5 years so they keep the rights to it. Yeah. That's exactly what they did with Fantastic Four. Fox. That's why we got the Fan Four Stick movie. Because they needed to make something to keep the rights. Imagine. I actually read Invincible in high school and fucking loved it. Haven't watched the show yet though. Just finished and going through Fallout. No. Yeah, Fallout, even as a, yeah, I never watched Fallout. Because even as a kid, those games, I don't know. I wasn't crazy on the games, but the show could be good. Negan plays the comedian in Watchmen 2. I think Blade is, yeah, Blade, oh yeah, Blade's cool as shit. Yeah, he's Marvel. Blade's cool as fuck. And like that movie, I forget the new actor who was supposed to be in the new Blade, and for whatever, they just won't make that movie. They wouldn't make that movie. That was the movie and everyone wanted to see. And they don't make that one, but they'll make Miss Marvel, and they'll make Captain Marvel too, and like all this fucking shit. No, the numbers don't lie. Like I don't know what to say. At the end of the day, you want to make money? Get fucking Tobey Maguire back, get Andrew back, do a buddy Spider-Man movie, make it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's really not. I don't know what the fuck these guys are like overthinking. The comics in the show is really good. I wanted a good Hulk movie. The one with Edward Norton is pretty. It's decent, you know. I never liked the Hulk like that, but I hate Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. I've always hated him. I was like, they could have got. I liked Edward Norton. I think Edward Norton. I think of the scene in the first Avengers when they're in the helicarrier and they're all arguing in their costumes and shit. And I just imagine Edward Norton fitting in that much better. Blade kept insisting on a sex scene during filming. He made the actresses uncomfortable. All right, why do you got to do that and blow up the opportunity so none of us get a Blade movie now because you're a fucking class action weirdo? Idiot, dude. World War Hulk. Pass on. But yeah, I don't like Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. Like, I don't even think he's that strong of an actor from the stuff I've seen him in. Like, I think all right, he can like do the job, I guess. But him in like Zodiac's an incredible movie, but it gets carried by RDJ and Jake, you know. And he's, I don't know, he's like whatever in that. I want to see Wesley Snipes versus the IRS. Where's the IRS? Oh man. Thanks from original comics or Batman. Batman fucks, dude. Batman's awesome. Thanos is awesome. Thanos, that they Infinity War is so well done. I don't think there are things in my mind to make it better, but that's a perfect Marvel movie in my mind. Oh, put your teeth on the curb, Edward Norton from that movie. I know what you're talking about. Ruffalo is weak hill. Yeah, he's not great. That movie already happened and the IRS won. Yo, what up, Tainted? Yeah, the IRS did win. You unfortunately cannot beat the IRS. Let me see. The IRS. Dr. Manhattan. Who's Dr. Manhattan? That's a DC character, right? Yeah, American History X. What about Deadpool? Deadpool is awesome, dude. Deadpool 1 was really good. Deadpool 2 wasn't crazy on. Yet again, as always with these things, they go a little bit too overboard. When you have it that little bit more tame, like in the first one, it's funnier to me. The more you just kind of, like, that's exactly what happened to Thor and Hulk. They turned him into a complete joke. But you still could have had the fine balance of some funny elements. Like, even in Ragnarok, that was kind of pushing it. So if you tone that back just a little bit, because I don't know, like, Thor is funny. Like, before Taika Waititi got his hands on him, like, Thor has funny moments, dude. But I'm glad to see they're bringing him back more serious, at least, because they gave him to the Russo brothers to do. And the Russo brothers, that's who you call when you want to do a fucking Avengers movie, dude. Every movie they did in the MCU was good, and you can't change my mind. Doctor Strange is awesome. The first Doctor Strange is actually spectacular. I fucking love that movie. And then yet again, the rest of them sucked. But they have some cool elements, but the one him versus Wanda was so bad. And America Chavez, like, that's what I mean. They focus on these characters that no one gives a fuck, and they turn it into such a goofball fest. She's like, Star Portal, boom, octopus eye. Like, you take away any grittiness you had from the first Doctor Strange. Guardians was sick. Guardians 1 was awesome. 2 was a little goofy, but I still liked it because it had, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Greatest line ever in the fucking MCU. And then the third one was pretty good. One concept I think of is that movies are forever. As long as the internet exists, movies live on for eternity. So AMC isn't going anywhere. Well, I mean, you're right about the movies, but I don't know. The movie theater business I could see dying. Hence why streaming has kind of killed them. And COVID, after that, they never really kind of recovered. Because they need that extra little thing. But it's just, yeah, the movies suck. It's not an experience of any kind. Yeah, it's just you could sit on your couch and be more comfortable and just fucking watch a movie. There is still something, without a doubt, going to the movies and getting an experience, but my last however many movie experiences, it's just the people. The people, like, no one has common etiquette at all to, like, just shut the fuck up during the movie. So, I don't know, man. Like, why do I want to pay to go deal with that? Like, when I saw Black Panther, oh my god, it was the worst I ever fucking seen. Watching it on a big screen with a better sound system is great. Yeah, for sure. It still has mystique for sure. Definitely need to renovate the idea of going out to see a movie besides a big screen and sound. Yeah, it just, I don't know what the answer is to that, but that's what everyone's trying to figure out, you know? Watching it. Oh, what up, Roman? Definitely need I just read that. More expensive at the movies. 4K TV is good enough with me and a good sound system. Like, one of my friends, I went to his house, and he has like a movie theater set up in his basement with the projector and with a 3D capability. So he threw on the battle in New York at the end of the Avengers with 3D glasses and with the sound and the roaring sound system. I was like, I would take that over a movie every day, because also you don't have to fucking deal with people. But yeah, some people got really good home theater setups. I've seen a couple of really good ones on TikTok where the guy goes and the door opens. It's like a Death Star door, so it goes and he goes in and it looks like the Death Star, and he's walking through. He's got all helmets on the wall and shit, like really well done. And then people are like, oh, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy you that. That is true. Man, you still won't get the same experience at home, but it's whatever you find. It's completely different, night and day, because they're not the same experience. Home theater is a dream goal for sure. Yeah. And composite and get high. UBI Society incoming. Maybe. You're probably right, you know? I would bet more in that direction. Why would you watch Black Panther? I don't see that one because they believe Wakanda was what the fuck? I'd rather be rich looking for happiness than poor. Yeah. I think it's also the benefit of, like, when you don't necessarily have a lot of money and then you get a lot of money, I think you appreciate it more. It's kind of that thing. Because, I don't know, if these guys are kind of just born into it, they don't understand, you know? That's why you should go to the matinees. True. Old school driving, the best experience. I fucking love the driving. But yeah, those are dead. Because they don't want, like, they make it impossible to own the land, you know, and be profitable and run a business like that. It's insane. It's insane. How, like, to get a business, all right, cool, you get the land, all that settled and everything, because that's like a dream type business I would love to run someday. So, like, looking into any of those types of business models, it's so fucking expensive. There's one on, they do a mini documentary of one of the last standing ones, kind of, on YouTube. I saw it, and yeah, they're like, we just kind of have to do it for fun because there's no possible fucking way to make money in this business. What are your thoughts on Clavicular? I don't know a lot about him. I saw him run some dude with a car because he jumped on the car. Money does not make you happy, period. I would argue with that. Yeah, it doesn't make your soul happy, but yet again, the whole point of what I say money is if you get a comfortable amount of it that you're comfortable with for whatever your situation is, it can finally turn that constant animal part of your brain off that worries about money. People don't, like, your world, whether you like it or not, subconsciously, your world revolves around that. You are a happy person or not. I don't know about that, Terry Robert. Money doesn't make you happy, it's how you spend it. Yeah, bro, you buy a jet ski. Let's go out on the fucking lake with a jet ski. I mean, come on, what are you gonna do? Bitching and moaning? My dude used to be a manager at Signmark, so we would smash cases of beer and get blazed after hours and watch new flicks. That honestly, that sounds like a dream career. Family driving, still here in Calgary, does very well. Yeah, I mean, maybe it depends where, because there still are at least two that must do well because they're still in business, but I don't know. It is expensive, I'm pretty sure. Try being sad in a jet ski. Yeah, for real. Money doesn't make you... it makes life a lot easier. I'll tell you that much. I love what I forget exactly what Conor McGregor said, but... because he came from nothing, so when he was started finally making money... I don't know, I liked his outlook on it. But then he obviously kind of went a little... financial freedom. That's the... and period. Joy versus happiness. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if money buys happiness necessarily, but it helps. It helps a lot. At least where we're at. You don't know where to shop? You'll go buy a fucking... I don't even know. Car? Nah, I wouldn't want to spend that much. Dude, I ain't got pot pissing or window to throw out of, but a very happy, content person. Believe that. Yo, I believe that, Terry. Having money isn't everything, and not having it is. Kanye. Money is just a tool for access. Money's freedom. How about a monkey? Nah, I wouldn't want a monkey. They'd scare me. They're making a horror movie about one that rips people's faces off. I literally dream about being able to see someone struggling in need and just going up and paying for everything for them. Making homeless bags for people, giving the children hospitals. Yeah, like that. Like that's what I mean. That's the type of shit, like helping people, like being a human, that element of it. That's where the happiness lies. Whether have people, I don't know, some people say like having kids or whatever the thing is, but like it's unfortunate. I mean, I guess you don't need the money. I mean, that's the thing. You don't need the money to be a good person. Do everything you possibly could be. But in terms of that, if you want to like find a homeless dude and get him a Gucci belt or something, yeah, you need some money for that. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. True. That's the argument for concealed carry. It's because humans need purpose. They do. They do. Whatever I do, I go all in. Never quit. Never surrender. Spartan mindset since birth. Since the womb, dude. You came out like Jocko Willink. More money, more family. Some land and a mine to work. You want to work in a mine? On your land and condoms. What the hell are you saying? Money never sleeps? I don't know, if you put it in a cabinet, I guess you could argue it's sleeping in the cabinet. Like, what is sleep, philosophically? Yeah, don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. Yeah, double-cheek one thing, get it done. People always ask me about this Lewis Jackson guy. I don't watch any of these people. I don't know who that is. I remember you guys were arguing. They were like, oh, he's a fucking idiot. And then other people were like, no, you are. I don't know. You bring up anyone in this space, people will fight over it. Money lets you go where you want and to experience what you want. There's a whole world out there to explore. Yeah, and it's just unfortunate. You kind of need money to do it at the end of the day. If you aren't overdrafting and being yelled at by family for buying crypto, then you aren't serious about your future. Oh, man. If you have money, you don't need condoms. Oh, my God, dude. You're a real one, bro. I knew it when I saw Plank by your side. I bought into XRP 5 years ago. I just had a feeling it was the one, and I haven't sold a single one. Yo, I appreciate that. The Fee Night. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Shout out Plank. Shout out entry 5 years ago. That's a good entry. Yeah, don't waste your time with Crypto Lulu. Crypto Lou. Crypto Lou. Just ask Elon. Yeah, I don't know if I wanted to necessarily be like Elon though, you know? But that's just me. That's just me. Oh, look who just uploaded. Look who just uploaded.
Morning,
yes.
guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat.
I gotta redo that.
Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat.
Savage.
Oh, it is delicious. I'll tell you what. And I got my Be Still and No Cup. This was given to me by my good friend John, and I love it. Psalm 46:10. And guys, in this space, boy, do we ever need to know to be still and know. That is for sure. Right now, we have got some major rumors flying that BlackRock is about ready to make a major announcement, guys.
Oh my God, rumors. Rumor. I heard this. There's accounts that literally just say fake things to get engagement.
In utilizing XRP and tokenizing real estate, commodities, and of course securities on the XRP ledger and working with Ripple to do it. That's what the rumor is, and this has been swirling around, guys, for a little while, but it has just picked up some major steam. And of course, we know Larry Fink has been making the circuit out there and talking about the tokenization of real world assets, like all that we just mentioned. And on top of that, we know that they have partnered with Ripple with utilizing RLUSD as collateral. So there, where there's smoke, there is usually fire.
I mean, that wasn't a sole BlackRock deal. It was yet again.
It's quite amazing.
Oh, I guess it was the Biddle for the Biddle Fund.
This kind of announcements when they come about, because here we are facing this whole regulatory clarity issue.
Yeah, I can see what he's doing already. But okay. I mean, we know where this is headed. We do know BlackRock is at the head of our tokenization. Larry Fink is in fact making the circuits right now. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no way I know what that, I get the spiel of that video. He's giving hand signals. I did see that. He was like pinky, bang. If you want to be depressed, watch Crypto with Klaus. I think you guys told me about, is he bald? Crypto with Claws. XRP crash alert, buying ops for months. Do you guys want me to do my thumbnails like this? Is this what I have to do to be successful at this niche? Do I have to make these types of thumbnails? I gotta put a fucking XRP strangling me. An XRP token? What the fuck? Are you a Bitcoin maxi? I'm so a Bitcoin maxi. Bitcoin for life. Bitcoin for life. How about that one? Bitcoin to 200 million by the end of February. How about that one? Not financial advice. All right, let's see what this guy's all about.
$1.2 trillion asset manager says yes to crypto. Is that going to help us bump up the prices? We're also going to talk about the latest from the Senate on what happened to regs and how soon can we expect them to happen. We're going to talk XRP price, buy bid.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And what are the latest odds on the government shutdown? And will we get a mega buying opportunity? All that coming up next. But first, we do your comments, even though there's what? Roja on the screen. And for you gringos and gringas, Roja is feminine for red. I don't know if a cryptocurrency heat map is masculine or feminine, so maybe it's Rojo or maybe it's Roja. Either way, it's red up on the screen. And one of our biggest crypto supporters out there, Cynthia Loomis. Whoa, wait to hear what that girl has to say, because normally she's super pro crypto. Now, she's a bit hesitant. Let's do your comments. Getting the news.
Oh my, I like this guy. I like this guy's energy, honestly.
And Slam Strong, thank you, channel members, says, I'm gearing up for a shitstorm next couple of months. Hopefully find some nuggets on the other side. Thanks as always, Klaus. Time to hunker down. I'm expecting a shitstorm as well. So I'm going to be buying some things that are going to give me a little bit of protection, and I'm also going to be setting up to buy some risk assets. But
I just assumed they were airsoft guns.
Try a little bit more to time these aggressively. I'm not going for the total bottom, but I want to make sure I time him a little bit better because I have a feeling we're going to see some nasty red.
You want to see some nasty
XRP
red?
Easily. 10-cent
He's
range.
cool. I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, I'm gonna
better
sub to this
believe
guy.
it.
I don't know if his information's cool, but I mean he's entertaining. Yeah, actually, I don't know if I want to.
Is the Ag Committee's XRP price?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he knows. He's buying yeah, he's buying stuff. Things. I don't know. No, those are real pews. Okay. All right. Shout out Crypto with Claus, bro. He knows what he's doing. He's one of the best there is. The best to ever do it is what you're telling me. The fuck is this? What is that?
Hi everyone, I'm Cassie Craddock, Managing Director for the UK and Europe at Ripple, blockchain and digital asset space. And so we've seen some really great innovative use cases on the back of that. So, we partnered with SocGen Forge, one of the leading banks here in France.
You should take everything with a grain of salt.
But now, more broadly on issuing their Euro CV stablecoin on XRP Ledger.
Interesting.
Hi everyone, I'm Cassie Craddock, Managing Director for
Cassie. She was the one, in those 2 new videos about them acquiring the FCA license and the Luxembourg one. Interesting. I got a signed Walking Dead compendium. What is a compendium? The fuck is that? Yeah, but Walking Dead was my favorite show, bro. Season 1 through 6. Unbelievable. 1 to 3 is perfect. 1 to 3 is perfect. Good old Martin. Martin Lucas Investor. Martin Lucas Investor. Oh, I think I might know this guy. Wait. Oh no, not this guy. I don't know this guy. I thought he was someone else. He's XRP pumped immediately. Bank of America just said stable coins. Oh, this guy kind of, wait, let me see. Hold up.
Can you guys share with us, as you know, the Genius Act was passed, and there's a lot of talk about stablecoin deposits, and I think they're now trying to figure out how to close a loophole so that the stablecoin deposits cannot pay interest. If they're not, meaning Congress, if they're not successful in closing that loophole, what's kind of the impact that you guys are thinking that could happen from this trend in stablecoin deposits?
So
but there were other ways to earn yield in the bill. It was just that specific avenue of it just sitting there. But like if you stake, if there's stake attached to it and shit, there were other ways to earn yield. I believe.
I would not. Look, we'll be fine. We'll have the product. We'll meet the customer demand, whatever may surface.
Not this guy.
So I don't worry about it. But the point we've tried to make, and if you look at some studies, I think were done by Treasury, is that they say
he sold all of his crypto.
Upwards of $6 trillion in deposits flow, off the liabilities of a banking system.
This guy is a carny, really.
As the deposits into the stablecoin environment, and the key of that is to think that the restrictions to be a stablecoin is basically think of it as a money market mutual fund concept. It has to be invested in only deposits, banking, Fed, or treasuries and short term. And so when you think about that, that takes lending capacity out of the system, and that is the bigger concern that we've all expressed to Congress as they think about this, is that if you move it outside the system, you'll reduce lending capacity of banks. That it particularly hurts small, medium-sized businesses because they're largely lent to end consumers by the banking industry, where capital markets-oriented companies go off into the market. So I think, in the end of the day, at the margin, the industry, gets loaned up, and if you take out deposits, they're either not going to be able to loan, or they're going to have to get wholesale funding, and that wholesale funding will come at a cost that will increase the cost of borrowing. And so that's the issue that people have to struggle about. Do I think it affects the course of history of Bank of America? No.
No, I don't think so. Okay, we get the picture with that. All right, so you guys are saying he's a ring toss guy. I don't know. Yet again, I don't really watch any of these people. I'm gonna wrap the stream here. Let's see if there's any breaking news real quick before I go recents. Friday, it's gonna be slow, especially after all those disappointing push-offs of the decisions. Peter Thiel, something about that. I'll do that. So, guys, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that shit, and you can join our group, the Minutemen. Link in the description below for the Patreon exclusive videos. They're weekly, and I'm going to start doing some Patreon exclusive live streams over there as well. And I'll get the word out in advance. Follow on X. X will probably be one of the ways I get the word out, so you know what's happening. And that's it. Crypto Wendy thoughts. We already talked. You guys introduced me to Crypto Wendy a while ago, and then we had some simps. I don't know, I remember who, but people were defending Wendy. People hated Wendy. It was a back and forth. I got no clue, so I don't watch. So that's it. Maybe I'll stream. I don't know. I don't know when the next stream will be. So turn notifications on. That's it. I will see you in the next.